Hey guys, Alex here. Welcome back to my channel. Today, let's talk about the power of habit. I learned this from one of my favorite books, Atomic Habits, written by James Clear. So I will be sharing with you what I learned and how I have applied these lessons in my life. So it's very timing, of course, because it's the start of the year. So time to put those new habits in place so that we can achieve our goals. So I first heard about this book from Pastor Peter Tanchi's preachings, and immediately I Googled it and listened to the entire book on YouTube. It's free, by the way. So I've always been a goal-oriented person. I would set goals for myself and then try to achieve them. Sometimes I would succeed, most of the time I wouldn't. So the principles taught in Atomic Habits are so simple and yet so mind-blowing at the same time. Habits appear to make no difference until you cross that critical threshold that unlocks a new level of performance. And when you're first starting out, it will feel like nothing's happening despite all of your effort. You may spend months or years working at something and still feel like your results are falling short of your expectations. And this is the main reason why most people give up, because they feel like it's futile. But great things take time. There's no such thing as an overnight success. All the successful people you see today are there because of the work they've put in the previous years. It's similar to a stone cutter hammering away at a piece of stone again and again without so much as a crack in it. But on the 101st blow, it suddenly splits in half, and you know that it wasn't that 101st blow that did it, but all that had gone before. In the same way, good habits that you do on a daily basis for years and years are what make you an overnight success. So there are three levels at which change occur. First is changing your outcome, your goal, what you get, and then changing your process, your system, like new routine, it's what you do. And then third, and the most powerful, is changing your identity, your beliefs, your worldview, what you believe, who you are. It's hard to change your habits if you don't change your beliefs. Because the catch is your habit, your identity, is shaped by your habits. For example, if you work out every day for a year, you have evidence that you are committed to fitness. If you spend 3 hours homeschooling your kid for 10 years straight, you have evidence that you're a hands-on homeschooling mom. Or if you close a sale every week for 5 years, you have evidence that you are a consistent performer. So the more evidence you have for a belief, the more strongly you will believe it. When I first joined Toastmasters, I used to feel really nervous whenever I would speak in front of an audience. It would take me days to write a 5 to 7 minute speech. But the more often that I did it, the easier it became. And eventually, being a speaker and writer has become my identity. Now I enjoy speaking in public. I love vlogging, showing houses. I can create content in just a few hours. Whenever I would encourage my colleagues or friends to try vlogging as well, they would tell me, "Oh, I'm not like you. I'm not a good speaker. I wouldn't know what to say in front of a camera." Well, guess what? Me too. What many people don't know is that it's really my training with Toastmasters that has allowed me to become the speaker and vlogger that I am today. I wrote more than 30 speeches and joined numerous competitions for 5 years straight, and that's what really honed my communication skills. Because when you join Toastmasters, the training is twofold. First is you learn by doing, and second, you learn by getting evaluated. So you deliver the speech, and then you get evaluated by the evaluator that is assigned to you. So he or she will tell you what your good points are and what your points for improvement are. So I didn't start out as a speaker. I became one through the habit of attending Toastmasters meetings twice a month for 5 years straight and delivering a speech in almost every meeting. So it's the same way with vlogging. When I decided a year ago to take vlogging seriously, I made it a habit to post 3 videos a week, through the help with my team, of course. In the beginning, it was a little challenging since I had to add content creation on top of my existing responsibilities. But after a couple of months, we were able to create a system for the team that allowed everybody to work seamlessly together to make creating content for the channel easier. So now, after a year of doing it, week after week after week, it has become like second nature to me. So I didn't start out as a vlogger. I became a vlogger because of the habit of creating and posting content on a weekly basis. The process of building habits is the same process of becoming yourself. You can decide who you want to become and then intentionally build habits that support that. You also don't have to pressure yourself too much because nobody's perfect. There were times when a week would go by and I didn't feel like vlogging, so I did shoot for that week, even though I had to get committed to doing it on a weekly basis, and that's okay. We all go through bad days and we don't have to be at 100% all the time. We don't have to follow through all the time as long as we do it most of the time. So majority of the time I'm here in my vlogging studio, I show up, I do house tours. I remember when I was starting out as a realtor, I was still working as an online writer, and so most of the time I was in front of my laptop writing an article that had nothing to do with real estate. And the truth is, it was so hard to start because it's hard to begin something new because you're very rooted in your old habits and ways. But someone taught me, just do one thing every day to find a buyer and one thing to find a seller. And then once you're done, that's it. You can do whatever you want for the rest of the day. And if you do this consistently, there will come a time when you will live and breathe real estate. It was something that was very doable, and so I did it. And it's just as simple as, telling an aunt that, hey, I'm a real estate broker now. If you ever have friends looking to invest in Cagayan de Oro, please refer me. And he was right. I started doing that every day, one thing to find a buyer, one thing to find a seller. And now it's been 10 years and I am living and breathing real estate. I don't even have to think about it anymore because it comes naturally to me now, like as naturally as breathing. So it's a two-step process. First is decide the type of person you want to be. Second, create habits that support that. Creating good habits will give you more time to do the things you love because instead of spending time deciding on matters like, oh, when do I work out? Should I vlog today? Should I meet a client today? Your habits will make all these automatic. And it's only when you have the fundamentals laid down that your mind is ready to focus on the next set of challenges. Building habits in the present allows you to do more of what you want to in the future. So today, take the time to write down in the comment section or in your journal who you want to become, and then write down small habits that you can do on a daily basis that will move you closer to your goal. Then a year from now, send me an email and update me how you're doing. I'm rooting for you. As always, I will see you in my next video.